What's up, guys? We're gonna do a replay day today. Hold on, I accidentally jumped into my castle. So we're gonna do a replay day today. Before we jump into the replays, just to let everybody know, I've been sick for the last week, so that's why we haven't had too many videos and why I probably won't be able to record any for the next couple of days because I'm still getting over the sickness. You guys might be able to hear it in my voice. So I'm gonna try to do a replay day today, and then the next time you might see a video is probably Wednesday at the earliest, depending on if I'm better or not. Wednesday or Thursday probably will be the next video that I come out with. So we'll do some viewer castles that day. We'll do the patch video, obviously, if there's another patch, and then I'll do some modifications to this castle. I'm not sure if I want to leave the castle idea as a whole. I probably will because it's been doing pretty well for me, as you can see here. I have a lot of wins. It's easily 50%, probably a little bit above. You can see it by the yellow thing, but I do think that there's some improvements that I can make. The ram, I know it's not ram skull, but whatever that creature is not really working out. I messed up the name and people commented on it, but I'm not gonna call it anything else but ram skull now because that's just what I've been calling it. But we're gonna jump into a couple of replays. I'll try to give a little bit of commentary, but it probably won't be a ton because I'm kind of losing my voice. So yeah, I'll try to do like one of each that I beat someone, and then one of each maybe that beats me if I can. So let's just jump into a random replay. I think like this guy, we can just jump into this for a night win. It's been doing pretty well over the past week. I think I started at like almost 0 crowns last week, and it's gotten up to around 600 in a week, so that's pretty good. Obviously you get more crowns when you start off lower, but you know, it's been getting quite a few wins, that's for sure. And there's obviously improvements that I could make up on it, especially because I haven't used any of the super trap generators in this one, and I haven't used any acid cannons yet. So those were two things that I hadn't used in my building because they weren't available yet. So I think I'm going to go through next week when I start doing videos again and just update it. Probably do like one video. I don't think it'll take two. Probably just one video to update everything and make a few changes that I think will help out the castle overall. So I mean, the ram skull does get hits once in a while, but I don't think it's as good as like, you know, 2 or 3 Devlin would be. So I could add in a Devlin here and maybe even another Defendatron if I wanted to. I mean, it does okay, like it does its job once in a while, and there have been situations where it's gotten kills before as well, especially like right there. You could see it hit with all 3 bolts. I would say at this point the ram skull has definitely paid for itself. It's doing quite well. I'd be pretty happy with that, so I don't know. We'll see. They kind of hinted at the next creature slash trap being a totem, so like a special totem, in one of their latest videos. So I probably won't be looking forward to like. I mean, I will use it, whatever it is, but I won't be waiting for a new creature to add into there. I'm not really sure what else I could replace the ram bones, I think is what they're called. I'm not sure what else I could replace them with besides Devlins. I mean, I could use spiders, webmasters. I don't really like the Rancid Runner or General Power really, so I don't know. Alright, so he's got 2 potions used, which I'm pretty happy about. He's about halfway through my castle right now. There's this group, 1 more, and then the boss, I think. I would say that this is probably one of the stronger groups as well. Like that, the first group with the Rambone is one of the weakest, and then these 3 coming up are some of the best. Alright, so he ends up getting killed right there. I've changed up a few things already, and I've just like erased parts of my defense already, so I can't really go through and look at it again, but it's the same as the defense that I made in the videos. There haven't really been any changes. So that was a knight. Let's watch maybe a mage. Looking for like a level 30 mage. I mean, we could watch Kazao dies like right at the end. We could watch this replay. It's pretty good, I think. This was a good one for an archer. I think there's a couple good archers. I don't know, there's 2 really good replays where I barely managed to win. And I think I can improve that to almost always win if I just, if I change things up a little bit. This seems to be doing the job of buying me a little bit of time. These 3 barricades do pretty well against everything but archer, and then, you know, you can see people that have to go up to this corner, and that wastes a few extra seconds, which helps out. Like, that mine already basically is negligible in terms of the 3 seconds that they got. They kind of just waste that already, so that's pretty good. Just trying to like keep people from 3-starring it. A lot of people missed this mine back here that he's gonna end up getting. A lot of people missed this though. I've gotten quite a few people who have only 2-starred because they missed that mine, which is pretty good. I even missed it in one of my validation runs, I remember. I finally managed to like beat my castle, and it took me a couple times to beat my castle, so it was like my 5th attempt or something like that, and I finally beat it, and it was a good time, and then I realized that I hadn't done that mine yet. So yeah, this is a pretty strong group. I like this. I like the totem being behind the barricades like that. It makes it really difficult to go through. And then also, like, if you start to kill off some of the units, the other ones will aggro, so it's kind of like almost like an everything in the boss room style, but for a different room. It's kind of good. I like how it works. And he ends up just forward kiting, which is still a thing. It's still like they could buff totems again, or they could just release the most wanted version. It might be really good. I don't know. But you can see it still does a decent amount of damage. And then the Ram Skull does, Ram Bone, whatever his name is. Can I mouse over it and actually see? Ram Bomb, that's what it is. I always say skull and bone because it's a skeleton. Like, I understand the ram because it's supposed to be like modeled after Rambo or something, but... So yeah, I can see down here there's some creatures that are aggroed but they get stuck. That's just a problem with the AI right now. It's been a problem for pretty much since barricades came in. They get stuck and hung up on barricades even though there's walls. I don't know if they're even gonna fix it. There's been a few bugs that have been like outstanding. So yeah, right there, he barely just dies right at the end, or he would have 3-starred. But that's why I use this boss room. It does have a good amount of damage. When it sets up the stun plus the IMAX, it can do, you know, 2,000 damage almost. Probably like 16 or 1700, I guess, which is really strong. And it can do that 2 or 3 times before it dies if the person doesn't like dodge it correctly. Alright, I think there was a mage that did the same thing that just barely didn't make it. Let's see, I think it's this one right here. So he actually probably should have made it because he only used 2 potions. Let me take a look. I don't remember this replay, but I think I did watch it. So he actually skips that mine, maybe? No, he's gonna go back for it. So you can see this is gonna waste a little bit of time. My archer would have went through that in 1 shot. It takes him 3, so it takes a little bit of extra time. That's the whole point behind this. That's actually a pretty strong way of doing it, though. I didn't realize that the whatever that ability is called, I don't remember. Yeah, it's not coming to me. I didn't realize that that did so much damage. I might have to just move them, like space them out a little bit more. That would work the same way. Is this the guy that uses Chain Lightning? I remember there was a guy that used Chain Lightning on a mage, and it made me think that it was a really good ability. Like, he used Chain Lightning and that ability right there, whatever it's called. And it worked out pretty well. This guy's using the Fireball though, so it's not this replay. But yeah, it was working out really well. I was gonna change it out with my mage, but my mage doesn't have enough gear, so not really sure if that would work very well. Alright, this guy uses EMP. I don't think EMP in these style of castles is that great, because you can EMP things, but there's always another threat. Like, you can EMP it, but are you gonna just like constantly EMP the same area? Like, there's traps before, like behind and in front of you, so. And you can't constantly EMP, I'm pretty sure, or you'll run out of mana. These ballistic cannons seem to get into the way of the webmaster's pounce in a couple of replays. I've noticed that, so I might have to space those out a little bit and test that room a bit more. So yeah, the fact that he hasn't used any potions is pretty bad for me, to be honest. I find it much easier to make archers use potions than any other class, really, in terms of defending. I don't know if that's because I main them or if it's because they don't have a shield. And they don't have the weakest trap disable, but it's not as good as EMP. And then, like, knights, they have so much hit points overall that their shielding ability is, like, the highest in the game, and then runaways have, like, 2 or 3, I don't know, they have, like, 3 or 4, actually, shielding ability, so it's hard to just deal damage to them overall. So I think this is going to be another one where the spider just barely gets a kill. He just used a potion, even though you can't see that it was on cooldown. Okay, now you can. So it's on cooldown, and he's a little bit low. He should be running a bit more here, because this is probably going to kill him right there. Oh, that was close. He got one blocker, else he would have died. But he's just barely off a cooldown, and he ends up getting killed right there. So I mean, this boss room works. That's why I've used it in the past quite a bit. I do have Flameo now, so I might use that in my next defense. I bought him when he was in one of the like flash sales, 75% off. So I might try him out, maybe with some smelly archers or something like that. Alright, so we did one of each. We haven't done a runaway, but I don't know if I have a runaway win here. I might have one somewhere. This one lost. And that's the problem, is like this runaway didn't use any potion. It's really tough to kill runaways right now. Runaways that have good gear, I guess I should say. No, there's no replays of me winning against runaway. So let's do a couple losses as well here. I guess we can do this one. Not sure exactly. I haven't watched this replay yet, I don't think. And then yeah, like I said, we'll do some updates next week sometime. I do need to catch up on viewer castles next week as well when I start recording. I'm hoping that I'll be better by Tuesday or Wednesday so I can record one of those days, and then the video will come out on Wednesday or Thursday, the day after I record. So I do get a nice shot with the ram bomb there. Like, they seem to be pretty good against knights. He actually got 3 absorbs right there. That's pretty lucky. Or, it's not lucky, never mind. It's not blocked, it's absorbed, so it was just because of his shield being on, I think. Those are good. I'm not sure if they would be better on the other side. I don't even know if it would work, but maybe if I used one of the big trap generators, the better trap generators, I could put them on this side, because that would help block movement a little bit. Because they have a pretty big like hitbox for like movement. Like if you roll into them, you'll get blocked, or if you try to walk into them, you have to like move around them basically. So on the other side, they might work a little bit better. I still want more of those charge coils though. I really want to try some interesting things with those, but I don't have enough to really do it. I only have the 2. I've been farming quite a few materials this week because I haven't really had much else to do. Like, it's pretty easy to just kind of sit there and farm materials when you're sick, because it's, I mean, if you do easy castles, it doesn't really take that much effort to get through castles, so I've been kind of just doing that. I ended up getting 5 or 6 of those trap generators, which is really good. I think I could get one more as well if I wanted them. Alright. So he's got 2 potions left, and he is getting into the one room before my boss room. So this is this room, and then the setup for my boss room. Unfortunately, the totems aren't able to be linked to bosses anymore. That's kind of why this setup was here. The double hot roller into that caustic carpet. I think these 2 rotating flame traps are going to go. So he ends up timing out here, which is good. That means only 2 stars. These 2 rotating flame traps, they might go in my next changing to my defense. When I change my defense, they don't seem to do much work, so I've never really seen them deal significant damage. I think this setup is pretty good, though. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it exactly like this, but I do like this setup. I do like it even better with the spider because of right there. You can see he bounces in and he pushes you back onto that. And that's what was happening with the totem, except it would, every time he pounced out, it would reset the totem, so it was really good with that. But, yeah, that got changed, so you can't link bosses to totems anymore. But I still like the way that works with the spider. I'm not sure if I'm going to have it exactly like that, because if I switch out to Flame Yell, it won't do the same thing, but it's not that big of a deal. It still works pretty well. If you use one of those caustic carpets in front of springboard traps, it works pretty good to stop people from kiting on them, because they'll take damage if they do. Alright, so he manages to get through with 1 potion and 3,000 hit points remaining. So yeah, he could even use the potion and he'd be at 6,000 life, so I mean I have to deal about 6,000 more damage to this guy in order to make him foul my castle. I think that's doable, especially if I switch it out and get some armor reduction in there and stuff like that with the acid cannons. So that was a mage winning, or knight winning rather. Let's see I guess runaway that wins. I'm not sure if this replay is gonna work. Let's see. I haven't watched this one, I don't think either. But he doesn't use any potions, so it'll be interesting to see how he does that. How much hit points? I can't see what abilities he's using because that's still bugged. 7,000 hit points. He's probably got like at least 3 shield abilities and then like a dash or something. I'm not even sure if runaways use dashes. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. That's really the only way runaways can do castles without using any potions, is by taking a lot of shielding skills. And it's really good if you time them out well, so that you like get a shield every time your shield goes off. You can pretty much take no damage. Yes, she's got the dash right there. And that's some sort of a shielding ability. You can see. Doesn't say exactly how much shield that is, but that little bit right there was about 200 damage, so probably around 2,000 shield. Yeah, you can just see the shield being here pretty much non-stop. And it looks like that one got confused or something. I'm not 100% sure how that worked, but yeah. And that shield just saved all of that damage, basically. I don't know, I hope the runaway doesn't get any more buffs, that's all I can say. Like, I think they might even be better than knights at this point. I don't know if I would like the playstyle of her, though. Like, I want to play pretty much every character. I'd like to get to level 30 at some points and decently geared so that I can play whatever's the best. But I don't remember the last time I beat a runaway. I think I did beat one before the patch, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think that's because they didn't take any potions, or they didn't take the right potions or something. I don't know, it's really tough to damage them. Maybe a silence would work well against them, so that they can't constantly shield, but I don't even know because they're so mobile. So I've dealt about 1,500 damage to her total, and then it's all healed back up pretty much. Around 900 now. That ability is pretty cool. It's not the dash. I don't even know what that ability is. I don't think I've gotten it on my runaway yet. It turns you into like that lightning ball thing, and it moves you. It's a pretty neat ability. Alright, so it looks like she will time out, which is good, I guess. Still only a 2-star. Alright. I'm gonna 2x it until this one's over, so we can get into a couple more replays. Probably like 2 more. I think I have to do... I did a Knight win, I did an Mage win, I think, and now I need to do an Archer win, I think? I don't remember. Alright. So yeah, no potions, did about 2,000 damage total. Let's look for an archer that beats me. If I can find one. There's one right here. Used up 4 of the potions, but still ended up managing to beat me. Let's see exactly how this works. And then I'll do one more random replay, I think, and then we'll finish it off. Trying to find all the mines, it looks like, so he didn't know if the castle started down here, if it started over there. Once he saw the mouse wheels, he turned back and went for the mines. That little bit of wasting time should mean that I only get 2-starred. He's wasted enough time that if I do get 3-starred, it means that I have to fix my timer, basically. Which I didn't try nearly as hard to get this timer as low as I could have, probably. I think I could shave off an extra 10 or so seconds, probably. It is harder to get a low timer now because of the totems, though. Alright, well he managed to get the totem, but he's not forward kiting, and I think that's the only way that you can get to this timer. Maybe it's not actually, never mind. I did see someone kill off all of the groups and do it that way, I guess. Okay, it looks like the replay crashed. That sucks. I don't know if there's another archer that beat me. Or that beat me. Not that I have replays with, so we'll do just a random, let's see. I could watch this one. He died 3 times. That seems like a good replay. He's only level 29, but still. I think a level 29 can beat a level 30 castle. I think it's possible, it's just you need good gear, which is more rare at level 29, because if you got good gear, you probably grinded it, and that means you'd be level 30 by then. That robe looks pretty cool, though. Thunderclap? I think that's that ability's name, I remembered it now. Yeah, I think when the numbers are yellow like this, it means they're taking they're like the person's dealing reduced damage. I think that's how it works. Or it's low damage. I'm not sure if it's reduced or low. But I've noticed any castle that I deal yellow numbers to, it makes it very difficult for me to get through the castle. Normally they're white. And the yellow means something, I just don't know exactly what it is. That stun is really long. But the point blank Rambomb's shot is pretty nice. He doesn't actually need to kill the totem here. He could just skip it. That was really good. That was so much damage. He had the corrosive mind debuff, he was getting zapped by this, and all of those goatmen hit for both the like going out and return damage. It's really good. And you see how like this gets aggroed when you're behind this wall, and then as soon as you break it down, it can just start. So like if you AoE things and you kill off a couple of these goatmen, it's just like another group right here. That's why I like that. It's not linked to a totem, but it's almost like you don't know which group is linked to the totem when you're fighting it. So it works out like both ways. You either have to kill all of the mobs there, guess, or kill the totem. Generally it's kill the whole group or kill the totem. It's generally what people do. So it looks like this could be the first death. He's got a potion on cooldown. He could use it now though, if he chose to. He might, yeah, okay, he used his last potion right there. He's taking so much damage from those mouse wheels, oh my gosh. He was standing like in the middle of 4 of them, so all 4 were hitting him. That's weird. It looks like the ballistic cannon was actually taking the damage, like stopping the projectile. I didn't even know that could be a case. I didn't know that happened ever. I'm also not sure about this Goatman on Bola Strike. I'm not sure if it's good or not. Like when I was designing the room, I thought the slows would help the ram bomb hit his shots a bit better, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So that whole room's gonna probably have to be redesigned. All right, the replay crashed. Obviously that guy died a couple of times, so that's gonna be it for this video. Like I said, we probably won't have too many videos coming out until either Wednesday or Thursday will probably be the next video. Hopefully I'll be better by then and won't be sick. I think I'm getting better already, so it shouldn't take me too much longer. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.